everyone, it's Haze and it's once again the Miraculous Monday meme review where my friend Hedge finds me the very best miraculous memes from across the internet and I react to them, and this is my first meme review since my birthday. If you didn't know, it was my 28th birthday the other day, and yesterday I went out with one of my brothers to get some alcohol. Not for me since I don't drink, but my brother, who is younger than me, didn't have to show his ID, but I did. So that's always fun. But anyway, the meme review. Let's start with the first meme. My friends fangirling about Marinette and Adrien from Miss Boostier's class. Me, still a Lady Noir enjoyer. Honestly, for like basically up until Deflagration Transmission, Adrien all the way. Yeah, I liked Lady Noir, but it definitely was never my favourite. But ever since they've gotten a relationship, don't get me wrong, I'm glad Ladybug and Cat Noir aren't flirting with each other since they are in a relationship, as civilian forms. I'm glad because obviously they don't know, so I guess it would be like cheating basically, since they have no idea. So I'm glad they don't do it. However, I'm not gonna lie, I do also miss the dynamic, honestly. For me, I feel like it really kind of fell off a little bit, so that's sad. I hope they get it back because I really hope Marinette and Adrien break up, or maybe not break up, but have some sort of huge argument that means they don't talk to each other for a little bit. I just think they need something in their relationship to make it interesting, some kind of tension. And I guess there is that with Adrien not knowing about his dad, but I just kind of want them to have normal relationship drama rather than like world-changing relationship drama, if that makes sense. They're just like, oh my god, I love you. Oh my god, I love you too. You're perfect. No, you're perfect. That's kind of what they're like. It's why I never liked Adrien, because they just look at the other person and be like, oh my god. And now Adrienette's doing the same, so now I'm a bit like, no. I don't like it when things are too cute. Like, yeah, it's nice, and I can deal with it for 2 episodes, but after that, like, come on, let's go, let's move, let's change this. So yeah, I do actually quite miss Lady Noir. Now we no longer have it. Next meme. So Gabriel, after Nathalie puts him in his place. This is adorable, but yes, 100% agree. Gaby baby. Legs for days. Doesn't skip leg day. Standing up all day every day. I don't know how he does it. But like, he skips arm day. Leg day every day. No time for arms. He's physically as weak as a kitten in terms of his arms, which maybe I can relate. My arms are like noodles. But there was no way, and he just can't do it. Nathalie's the best. I want to know more. Like, I hope she kind of gets to chill out next season a little bit. She's like, I've done all this much. I hope she comes back in though and helps to take down Lila or Tomaway or a secret third option. I don't know exactly. But I hope we find out more about her past and her treasure hunting days. And I remember, I don't think it's ever happened yet because I'd probably start crying if it did. Thomas had suggested doing a comics. If you don't know, they do comics of Miraculous. Although I have no idea where to read them, where to get them. So not the manga, like actual comics. So don't know how to get them. Of maybe doing one that was like a backstory of how Gabriel, Emily and Nathalie all met at university. Like, oh my god, yes. Where is it? I need it. Next meme. What's this? Oh, could it be a twist? Besties, this is meme review number 47. We are fast approaching number 50 to celebrate how far this series has come since it began 3 years ago. God. I want to give all of you the opportunity to make meme review number 50. Normally at the end of each meme review I put a meme submitted by one of you from the Discord server. For meme review 50, every single meme is going to come from you. To participate, join Haze's Discord server, the link is in the description. DM your meme directly to Hedge, so Hedge has a Discord account, and you may well see your meme appearing on meme review 50. Important, there is already a channel for submitting memes to the meme review. Do not put your memes there. I'm still using that channel for meme reviews 48 and 49. So Hedge and I discussed this a while ago. Since for 50 it's a big number, I don't know if we'll get all the way up to 100, we'll see how this goes. Since we're going to do one a month, so it's going to take a while to 100. But basically to just do a meme review with all of the memes you make. But as Hedge says, please continue submitting your memes in the meme reviewer viewer submission memes, and then in addition please submit any extra memes to him directly through a DM. I'm actually really excited for it. I hope it's really, really good. Okay, I'm hoping the next one is actually a meme. Okay, back to the show. There we go. Marinette, do you have anything to say to your daughter? Adrien, what? What happened? Emma, I got into a fight at school today. Adrien, did you win? Marinette, that's not what I meant. Emma, yeah. Adrien looks to Marinette, then to Emma. Violence is never the answer, Marinette. I saw that. Violence is never the answer until it's the only answer. Thank you, Hedge. It reminds me of, in the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the load of the Weasley sons fly to Surrey to get Harry for the start of the school year. And Arthur's just like, Ron's dad, he's like, to hand it go, and Molly, their mum, is like, what is wrong with you? I definitely feel like they'd be like that. One thing, I read this fanfiction once. It wasn't really romantic, even though Marinette has feelings for Adrien, but they basically have a sleepover together because Alia and Nina cancel on them. I don't remember what it was called, but they play like a load of games together at Marinette's house. It's really sweet. And they play this game called MASH. I've never heard of it before. I've never played it in the UK. I don't know if it's an American game, but basically part of it, like, you think of like careers for people, and one Marinette came up with for Adrien was a stay-at-home dad, and ever since then I've been like, perfect, because of the way his dad treated him. And just like, absolutely, like, Marinette can be a fashion designer, she could run Gabriel, change the name to something like Agrest, I don't know, and then he can be a stay-at-home dad. Like, he would literally be perfect. Like, ever since I read that fanfiction, like, I do kind of want to see in the show Adrien work at the bakery, like, part-time, but otherwise, he should be a stay-at-home dad. I think because of his story, that would just be perfect. Anyone else? Next meme. So episode 24 comes out in 2 days, airing episode 23 a week later. So this is about representation and revolution. So when representation came out, I was in Paris for the premiere, and I didn't take my camera with me. All I had, everything you saw in the Paris vlog, pretty much apart from like the voiceover bits, was filmed with my phone. So I didn't take my camera, I didn't take my laptop, I'd have no facilities to sit down and film a reaction to it or do a commentary. And like, me and my mum, like, we were there for like 2.5 days in total. So the premiere was Sunday and we landed in Paris, I think it was at like 1 p.m, 2 p.m. on Friday. So on the Friday we went to Montparnasse Tower, and we didn't go up the Eiffel Tower, but we went around the Eiffel Tower and the Trocadero. The second day, which was actually my mum's birthday, we went to the Catacombs and the Champs-Elysees. It was really fun. And then that night we, on our hotel television, for some reason, Top Gun Maverick was on the TV, but playing entirely in English. No French dub, no French sub, entirely in English. So we were a bit like, okay. And then Sunday was a premiere, and pretty much after the premiere we got some lunch, met Jeremy Zag, started crying, got our bags from the hotel and went back to the airport. So I was gonna have no time to film, even if I took everything I needed for it or edit. So I was just like, you know what, I will wait until the weekend after, try my best to avoid all spoilers, which I managed to. Although to be fair, I don't think it would have made a difference since you all know how I feel about representation. And then I waited for Revolution a week later. And honestly, it wasn't worth the wait. Like I said, hated it. Awful. I don't understand people, like, so I understand opinions, I don't need to tell me what opinions are, that we all think different things about other things. However, sometimes when you are presented with a piece of media, there are just some things that are factual about it, and one of them is that representation was a massive waste of time. Like, no. And every time I say that representation was useless, inevitably someone always comments, oh well, the play Felix did and the story we got was really useful. And was the information given useful? Yes. Was it done in the stupidest way possible? Absolutely. The amount of people who are adults who come to my comment section asking me to explain what happened, to the point I had to make a video because they were still confused about who was meant to be who and what actually was conveyed. Not everyone gets it, and those are grown adults asking me. The target audience of the show is 8 to 10 years old. So not only was it useless, it was also bad. I don't... And then someone told me recently that apparently Marinette 100% understands what Felix says when he tells her that the tailor, Gabriel, is the butterfly holder. She gets it, but then she re-finds out in confirmation in case people miss the episode. And I'm like, huh? They didn't redo the reveal in Gang of Secrets for Alia in case someone missed the episode. They didn't redo the one in Wishmaker when Luca finds out in case someone missed the episode. What? Why would you redo it? All the other reveals, I would argue, were just as important. And neither of them were good. She only finds out in confirmation because she's just in the right place at the right time. And she only finds out in representation because someone tells her. Marinette is supposed to be intelligent. Is it in, I was about to say Chameleon, no it's not, in Ladybug. But you get told she's really clever, she studied really hard, and she got full marks on the test. Marinette is meant to be intelligent. She's also with Alia, who is also meant to be intelligent. Adrien is Cat Noir, who can speak Mandarin. an extremely difficult language, especially where he is from in the world. Like, Mandarin is easier if you know other Asian languages, like Japanese, it's far easier to learn because they're lexically similar. Adrien speaks French, not lexically similar at all to Mandarin. All three of them are meant to be clear that none of them could work it out. So, I hate it. Anyway, next meme. It's okay to ask for help. You're not a burden. Murder is okay. Your feelings matter. Who is with the Dragon Miraculous? That's not Kagami. Or Marinette. Who is it? It's like an akumatized Kagami with the Dragon Miraculous. But 100% agree. It's okay to ask for help. You're not a burden. Murder isn't okay. It's not okay. And your feelings matter. Thank you, Sabrina. You look far cuter in this version of the Dog Miraculous outfit. Yes, agree. Next meme. Gabriel dying Nathalie about to shoot her with a crossbow. They should have done it. That scene was the best. I remember one of my friends, I know there were leaks and stuff and I always avoided them basically until after the show because I was quite interested to see the storyboards, and he sent me the storyboard version of Nathalie about to do this and it looked 100 times better than what we got in the show. Like, I know I don't know a great deal about animation and I do appreciate all the hard work that goes into it because the two things I do know is that it's very difficult and it takes a long time. So I appreciate it. However, honestly, I'm here for the story. Visually, as much as I dislike the new designs and how everyone's looking at the minute, visually, I really don't care what it looks like. They could film Miraculous on a potato and I'd still watch it as long as it was good, like the story and the characters and relationships. Film it on potato. You know, like I pretty much edit all my videos on a potato and all of you still watch, so I use the worst editing software ever and I do the absolute bare minimum of what I know how to do because I'm not good at it. I know I'm not. Next meme. Don't fall for his lies. We have Adrien, missing, nice blonde hair, was sheltered, used to be a model, missing since 2023. This is Anthony, at large, looks like he's 9, can only speak Belgian French, has been accused of several counts of homicide. Hedge, look how they massacred my boy. The amount of people, like every time I mention Adrien looks like 8, 9 years old, 10 or something, amount of people are like, I guess you've never seen a young looking teenager. The amount of people who kind of just assume because I am an adult that I don't know what teenagers look like is astounding. I don't know if these people know this, but weirdly enough, I actually used to be a teenager. I know, it's shocking, right? Not only that, I also have a niece and a nephew, so I'm well aware of what children look like. The town I live in the UK is basically houses and schools. No one works in this town. You have to leave the town in order to find a job unless you work for yourself like I do at the minute. The only thing here is houses, schools and supermarkets. That is it. There is children everywhere. If I go for a walk around 3 PM, children everywhere, inundated with children. I am well aware what a 14, 15-year-old should look like. And the Adrien we're getting is not. Okay, it's just astounding. Like, don't people realise I used to be a teenager? That I know what they're supposed to look like? And none of them look like that unless they've been doing some serious mad work on Photoshop and posting the most blurry photos ever where they blurred out all the lines on their face. No 15-year-old I have ever met has ever looked like that, including when I walk down the street by the supermarket, which is next to the high school. And, you know, when I was actually a teenager myself. I know what 15-year-olds look like. And they don't look like that, because that man is 8. Next meme. So his girlfriend literally kicks the villains' butts with ease. His cousin literally solos through akumatized villains without any superpowers. And yet Adrien himself is treated as incompetent, needs always Ladybug or someone else to save him, gets his butt kicked by freaking Chloe and a kid. Risk. Yeah. I really dislike it. Like, I love Marinette, don't get me wrong, but prior to being Ladybug, she has no fighting experience. And, you know, by season 5, you would expect, obviously she's like, it's been a full years by that point. Yeah, you would expect her to be really good by that point. But between the two of them, Adrien does have fighting experience. No, fencing isn't the same as hand-to-hand combat, but, you know, there is strategy involved with fencing. So he automatically should be better than Ladybug, especially since he has a baton almost. No, it's not the same as a fencing rapier. It's similar enough that he should really know what he's doing. So don't get me wrong, I love Marinette. No idea what Felix has been doing in his free time to mean he can take on all these people, plus Nathalie as well. Because why not? But it's just like, he should be good. Like, he's just comic relief rather than even the male lead at some points, which is just a massive shame. I know Thomas put on Twitter the other day because people were complaining that Adrien isn't getting a new outfit apart from his brand new shoes. Oh! And he's like, Thomas was like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, obviously, because we haven't seen it yet. It's like, he's gonna do this and that, and obviously he couldn't say what exactly, and I'm hoping he will, but like, yeah, the thing with Thomas, as much as I dislike him as a person because of how rude he is, I'd have so much more respect for him as a writer if first of all he wasn't rude to people, because I still remember, I was literally thinking about this last night, he just crops up in my mind occasionally, where someone had, at the end of season 4 I think, had said how amazing the whole season was after it all aired, and then he was like, see, there you go, that's how you critique a season, you wait for it all to air. And I'm like, no. You can judge episodes separately and then judge the whole show, like the whole season. That's what I did. I did a commentary on every single episode, and then once it all aired, I did like a commentary of the season entirely. Like, why do you have to wait for it all to air to critique it? And I'm pretty sure if someone had come out at that point, hadn't said anything all season, and was like, yeah, I watched the full thing, it was rubbish, he wouldn't have accepted that. So it's just weird. But I just have more respect for him as a writer. First of all, he was nice to people, but second of all, whenever he makes a mistake, just to like acknowledge it. Like, for example, when Simple Man came out, I quite enjoyed Simple Man, to be honest. I know a lot of people didn't. It's definitely not the best episode, but I went in knowing it was going to be a funny comic relief episode, because the episode 4, Wishmaker, Luca finds out, Rocketeer, Nino and Adrien almost fall out, Haxan, Ali gets a ladybug Miraculous. So we had quite a few like heavy episodes right before it, so I knew Simple Man was going to be a fun episode, so I went in thinking it was just going to be a fun filler episode, and it is. But then when people were like, yeah, I didn't really enjoy it, which they don't have to, he was like, oh, well, you just didn't really understand it, it was meant to be a really meta episode about animation, and I was like, the show is for 8-year-olds. Which 8-year-old do you know is going to understand a meta joke about animation? I remember saying this in my video, and someone was like, well, yeah, they would know, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know 8 to 10-year-olds who are experts on animation to a point. They can understand meta jokes about it in a TV show. I swear people don't think when they comment, they just go for it. I don't know. So the final meme of the meme review is the meme reviewer viewer submission meme, where basically you need to join my Discord server, which is linked down below, and you submit a meme you have made to this channel. It has to be a meme you've made. If you just find a funny Miraculous meme, then we have a separate channel for that, and then everyone will vote on it, and the one with the most votes in that month gets to be in the meme review. So this week's winner is Gabe. So Gabriel Agrest, known as Daddy Agrest, Hawk Daddy, Scarlet Daddy, Monarch Daddy, most importantly Shadow Daddy, may he rest in peace. Famous quote, checkmate Ladybug, checkmate Dead Agrest. Amazing. All I was saying, as much as I hated the finale, I did like aspects of it. For example, I loved Aeon and Faye and Jess, they were all great. And another thing I loved, I think it was, yeah, the end of Confirmation, or maybe it was the start of Recreation. It was a Marinette line, and basically she says, luck is something you make and victory is something you take. I don't know if it sounded as good in the French version, because I don't know what it would rhyme as. My French isn't good enough to be able to translate that, but I was like, oh, yes. But anyway, besties, that was the end of the meme review. Let us know what your favourite meme was, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!